Hi everybody, this is Diane. I went to the flea market today and I brought home a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to pretend I didn't today, but there was so much good stuff there today, and there was one vendor that I'll talk about when I get to his things, and that might be a separate video depending on how long I take with all this stuff. But I got a lot of stuff from this man, and he had stuff on hold for me. He said, "Oh, I set some things aside for you." So anyway, let's take a look at what I found. I don't have any particular order. I just piled things up. So let's just start with these books. Now, they're marked $4, but this one was $3. But he did not charge that. He said those prices aren't what he is charging. So I got 5 books from him, and he charged me $6 for all of them. This is one of those Whitman novel books, and it's Janet Lennon and the Angels. I have never seen this one or heard of it. I didn't know that Janet Lennon had a storybook. She's one of the Lennon sisters from the Lawrence Welk show back in the day. I've seen Lennon Sisters paper dolls, and I've had them. This is from 1963, so there's, very few pictures inside, but this cover is fabulous. I love it. And I have 2 other of the Whitman Classics books. This one is 8 Cousins by Louisa May Alcott, and this is in good shape, this particular book. 1955. And Polly French of Whitford High. That looks fun, doesn't it? So some of these items will go in my shop. I don't know which ones I'll keep. 1954. And then there was this book, Rand McNally Elf book. And Mr. Shaw's Ship Shape Shoe Shop. I thought this would be a really fun smash book or glue book cover, but I love the 70s illustrations. I think it's from the 70s. Yep, 1970. The illustrations have that look to them. So that was $6 for all of that. From the man in the white van, all I picked up from him were these 2 patterns, and it's kind of funny. They're in terrible condition, but if you saw my stash history video just a few days ago, I used doll clothes patterns to create ephemera, and they were very popular. I put them in my shop, and they sold out very quickly. Well, these are baby clothes. It's not actually a doll pattern, but it looks like a doll. And then this one, which I wouldn't have picked this up by itself. I don't do baby journals, but since I was grabbing this one, I gave him $1 for both of these patterns. So I don't know if I'll sell the patterns or if I'll make ephemera and sell it. Tell me what I should do. Okay, so this guy, I love this guy. I think he's new this year to this flea market, but I've gone to him. I've picked up things from him several times. He has boxes of stuff that people just paw through, and he does not charge much at all. Like, he barely looked at what I had. He just saw I had this amount of stuff in my hands, and I was starting to spread it out to show him what I had, and he just said $2. So all of this was $2, and wait till you see what's in this pile. First thing I grabbed out of his boxes. And I'll show you that when I get to it. So this is a mechanical drawing book, and I love this kind of stuff. And there are lots of these drawings. This is 1950. This is how to do the mechanical drawings. Aren't they cool? excellent for just a journaling card or background for collage. Really cool. The book is in bad shape, but I wanted the pages. There were some more of these 45s, but I just picked up, I think, 5 of them. I thought this would be a good cover for a Christmas journal. Fred Waring and the Pennsylvanians. Now is the caroling season. I loved this. This is torn, but I couldn't let that stay there. My Baby's Got Such Lovin' Ways, and Dungaree Doll is the A-side. Sung by Ellie Russell. I've never heard of her. And then these, I just thought these the papers, the sleeves, that's what I was trying to think of, are so cool because they're so old. This is a Lawrence Welk. Zing a Little Zong by Bing Crosby and Jane Wyman. Wow. Let's see if that was the A-side or The Maiden of Guadalupe, Jane Wyman, from the Paramount picture Just for You. But isn't that a cool sleeve to use in a journal? And this one is 4 aces. I understand, and I'm yours. This is what I was talking about. This whole bag of milk bottle caps. I snatched it up as soon as I saw it in his boxes. And $2 for this whole collection of stuff. I can't believe it. So, I don't have to take them all out, but there's a cream. These look really old. I mean, older than other ones that I found. Obviously, they're old because they don't put milk in bottles like this anymore. There's the blue cream and the red cream. And green and red. Oh, there's more than one in here. Whipping cream. Wish and return. Wash and return bottles daily. Pure fresh milk. Try delicious Shady Grove ice cream. I could put that in my ice cream journal. Set that aside. And wash the bottle. Return promptly. Absolutely pure milk and cream. There's another cream. It's a slightly different shade of red. This looks more orange when it's next to this. Oh, let's see what's in here. I see a milkman. That is so cool. All right. This is fun, right? Have you tried our homogenized milk? We carry a complete line of dairy products. Here's the milkman. Chocolate milk. Seal on hood protection. Chocolate milk. Jersey milk. Milk, pasteurized and homogenized by Valley Cooperative Creameries Limited. There's another milkman. Light cream. I have 3 of the milkman ones. Red, white, and blue, grade A raw milk. I guess these are all the same. These are probably all the same too. Yep, just blue cream. That's pretty. I like that. I like the graphics on some of these. So that was an awesome find. All right, then we have this party bag package, 1975. I like the clown on it. Looks like maybe that's from an old Burger King hand puppet or something. Oh, they stuck to the bags. I'm not going to keep these. So I don't know how many are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fun. And I've been hoping to find stationery at the flea markets this year, and I did find this pack of current fold-a-notes. I love fold-a-notes. I'm hoping to find, you know, paper, but I'll take the fold-a-notes too. I love them. So here's an autumn one. This one is 4 Seasons Just a Note. I don't think there's a date on it. No. That must be spring, winter, no summer. The summers were used up. But I have 3 different designs here. This was a really fun find. 25 cents each. So I paid $2 to get 8 of these plastic patriotic keychains, and it's got the flag that waves when you move it. I was wishing that there was a blue and red plastic, but all there were the green and the yellow, but that's okay. So I'll use them on my patriotic journal or journals when I make them, and then I'll just use them on other journals too, because I love them, and they were only $1 each. So I could have gotten more. He had a whole box of them. This was a fun find too. This lady was so cute. She was an elderly lady, and she was selling all these metal pieces, and these were $3 for a pair. They're drawer pulls, but I just want this piece. Let's open it and see what it looks like. So they have a barcode, and I can make them look older, but I just wanted this. I thought it was pretty, so I got a pair of those, and she had a lot of metal pieces, a lot of different things, and so when I went to pay, she said that she used to finish furniture, refinish furniture, and add these and sell the furniture. So those were $3 for the pair, so $6 for these. And then these were $1 each. And then she said, I guess I ordered too much stuff. And then she said, well, I didn't know I was going to quit, but then all of a sudden I was old. I was like, yeah, it sneaks up on us, doesn't it? She's so cute. So I got 4 of the lock, whatever they're called. Keyhole. That's what it is, keyhole. These look older, but I don't know how old they are. They're quite thin. They're not that sturdy, which would be perfect for gluing them to a cover because they won't add a lot of weight. So they do look older, like I said, and it was $1 for this. But she didn't. Let's see. 3, 4. She must have just charged me $4 because she didn't charge me I didn't have to give her $1. So I think she didn't charge me for those. This was, I've been hoping to find one of these. I have found some of the cards from time to time, but this is the whole box. So this is a loaf of bread, and it's called Our Daily Bread Promise Box, because in the Bible, God's Word is called the bread of God, the bread of life. So this is just full of scripture cards, and there's a verse on each side. And so I used to know a family when I was a kid. We would go to this other family's house from time to time for lunch or to play games or something from our church, and they had one of these, something similar, probably not the exact same thing, on their table. So they would pull a card out every morning and read it. So anyway, I can use these little cards in journals, and I have a neat place to keep them. And, oh, I didn't tell you, this was all I wanted from this vendor, and I asked her how much, and she said, oh, that's free. Okay, I like that price. So this bag of postcards was $2, and I didn't open it really. I don't think well, I guess I unzipped it and then just kind of flicked through it like that to see if it was worth $2. But I wanted this one. Well, I didn't read it because it's about Florida, but I wanted it for the Barbie in Hawaii journal because it's tropical looking. So there's another Florida one. Bushkill Falls, that's in Pennsylvania. But I also saw this, Laboratory Institute of Merchandising, just a cool card. Somebody cut the stamp off of that. Cyclone Coaster, Crystal Beach, Ontario. That's too bad somebody cut these. So I'll use some of these. They're pretty vintage. Looks like that's from the 70s. Doesn't have a date on it, but that's what it looks like to me. Now maybe this I could put in the Hawaii one because it looks like a luau spread there. Parksville, New York. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at these. There's an old Niagara Falls card. Got several of this one with the swimming pool. Pompano Beach, Florida. Hotels. Now I should make sure Meg sees these because I think it's Meg that is saving items for a vintage, like a retro hotel journal. Maybe she would want some of these. There's Florida. It's Ontario's Floral Clock. Is that at Niagara Falls? Yeah. So I actually saw that. Went there. That's at Niagara Falls. Yeah, there's a lot of the hotels from the retro images of hotels. That one's bent. Fun. Sight and Sound. Is this Lancaster? Yep. That's the Christmas one. That's where I went to see the Ruth show. I talked about it in one of my journaling videos. A show about Ruth in the Bible. Sayre High School. No wonder I had to stop there. That looks familiar. Yeah, that's Sayre High School. I used to walk past that all the time because I lived about a block away from it for a while, for like 10 years. Here's a photograph. And then some plain. These are fun to decorate. Okay, that was worth $2. Now this one I paid more for. He had $18 on it, and I looked at it and put it back, and then I came back and I asked him if he would take $15, and he said he would. Because it's an old captain's log. It's from 1963. The cover is warped. So this date is 1963. I saw an entry that was dated 1970 something. 69, this one is. Yep, 69 is when they started using the book. And then there are a lot of blank pages. Guests on board. It's really cool. Radio log. And a buoy guide. Isn't that neat? Now I was looking at these things. I picked out the doilies and I didn't know who to pay because sometimes the vendors walk away to look at other vendors' things, and so I was kind of looking around to see if somebody looked like they belonged to this booth, and the man started coming toward me, and I thought, oh boy, because nothing wrong with him, but his prices are not the prices that I'm willing to pay most of the time. But he came over and he charged me $10 for 7 doilies. He said he was asking $2 each. So I said, okay, because I have an idea for using these maybe. And so then I asked him about these, and he said 10 for those. I'm like, okay, there's 24 pieces. We're going to look at them. And then I asked him about that. He said, give me another 5. So it cost me $25 for this stuff. So, you know, it kind of makes up all those other things I got so cheap and free. I paid a little up for these. But I thought these look very granny chic. And I thought they would be so fun on a journal cover. Like, if they were smaller, I would like it better. But, you know, a fabric journal cover and applique some of these on the front or the back. He had more. He said, did you see more? I'm like, yes, I did, but I can't pay that much. And this is actually a little purse. I don't know what I'll do with that, but I thought it was cute. I could put it on as a pocket. So these I thought were pretty neat. They look like they're slightly water damaged. I think I counted 24 of them. They're like little pamphlets for home remodeling type of things. Lovely baths and kitchens, pressed wood temper tile. The beauty of gleaming walls. So some of the colors ran, and they're a little bit warped, so it looks like that they got wet or damp or something, but I didn't see any mildew. So this is asbestos. Might not be able to open that. He probably charged more than he should have since they're water damaged and stuck together. This is cool, Lustra glass. It looks pretty old. Looks like it's from the 50s. Asphalt tile. This one is stuck together. But there are shadows you cannot see. That's an old phone. The window glass that has everything. Isn't that cool? That's before the 50s. And that's in good shape. There's another Lustra glass one. Several of those. Hammond electric clocks. Well, that's cool. Gold Bond gypsum lath. That looks like a ink blotter. Asbestos shingles. Commander board. It's a wall board. Sealed insulation. So these will just be fun to tuck into pockets here and there. Some more ink blotters. Remodeling Magic with the Gold Bond gypsum wallboard. Would you have picked these up? I just think they're cool and unusual. I like finding the unusual things. And then this is New York State Vacation Land. It's from the 50s. Look at that car. Motoring. Empire State roads are highways to vacation pleasures. Dude ranches. Roughing It. This might be in the Adirondacks. Boating. There's a lot of waterways in New York. Finger Lakes. Some of the Great Lakes. Adirondacks. So that'll be fun to look at. Niagara. Okay, so that brings us to the stuff that I got from that one man I was telling you about, and I'm at 20 some minutes. So I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to do a separate video because we have a lot to go through with that from the other man. So come back tomorrow to see the rest. Thanks for hanging out with me today. What's your favorite from today? Did you have a favorite? There's a lot of good stuff here. I think I love the captain's log and I love my milk bottle caps, and I think they're my favorites. What were yours? I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Have a creative day. Bye.